lost in the noise, seeking the light. Echoes of ages, shining so bright. Welcome to ancient wisdom, stories anew. Wisdom for me and wisdom for you.
The three joyful wanderers in the days of the sages through the land of ancient Israel, there journeyed three old friends, men of great age and an even greater joy. Their individual names are not recalled in our stories, for they never announced them. Instead, wherever they went, from the hills of Judea to the shores of Galilee, they became known simply as the elders of Unending Gladness. They traveled together, always these three, and their main endeavor, their most profound teaching, it appeared, was simply to laugh. A laughter that sprang from a deep well of trust in the goodness of the Creator. They would arrive in a bustling marketplace or a quiet village square, their faces already alight with an inner smile. Then one would begin with a soft chuckle, soon joined by the others, and their combined laughter would swell. Not a raucous sound, but a rich, warm, life-affirming melody that seemed to dance on the air. The townspeople, merchants haggling, children at play, scholars debating would pause, their curiosity piqued. Some would frown, puzzled by such laughter for no clear reason. What have these old ones found so amusing in our dusty square? They'd mutter. But the elders' laughter was like a gentle tide. It had a way of seeping into the cracks of worry and seriousness. A child would be the first to giggle, then perhaps a weary mother would find a smile touching her lips. Soon, a few hardy souls would chuckle along until, as if a dam of restraint had burst, the whole gathering would be swept up in a wave of shared hearty laughter. Feeling burdens seemed to lighten and spirits lift. Once a village was thus touched by gladness, the three elders, still beaming, would nod to each other and quietly continue on their way. Their fame spread. "Have you heard of the elders of Unending Gladness?" people would ask. "They speak no words of Torah, yet their very presence teaches of Simcha Shel Mitzvah, the joy of fulfilling a sacred purpose, the joy of life itself." For many years they walked the land, their laughter echoing as their only sermon. Then one tranquil evening in a small village renowned for its olive groves, as the crickets chirped their evening song, one of the three beloved companions, with a peaceful sigh and a final soft smile, his soul took its leave of this world to return to its sacred source. The villagers, who had only hours before shared in his laughter, were deeply moved and gathered with a sense of hushed reverence. They expected to see the two remaining elders now bowed with a traditional, solemn grief. Indeed, when they found them beside their departed friend, there was a profound stillness, tears glistening in their aged eyes. But then, through those tears, one began to hum a soft, joyful nigun, a wordless melody of the soul. The other joined him, and soon their humming turned into a gentle, tear-soaked, yet undeniably joyful laughter. The village leader, a man of piety and tradition, approached them with respect but also confusion. "Revered elders," he said softly, "our hearts ache with you for your loss. Yet, you laugh? Is this not a time for tears of mourning?" One of the surviving elders, his face a map of sorrow and serene joy intertwined, looked at him kindly. "Our brother," he explained, his voice thick with emotion yet clear, "has just won a wager of pure love. For years we have journeyed, reminding each other that each day is a gift, and that the greatest wisdom is to receive it with a joyful heart, ready to return to our source with that same joy." He often said, with a twinkle in his eye, "When my time comes to journey beyond the veil, let it not be with sad songs of mourning, but with a melody of gladness, a final testament to the unwavering goodness I have known." He even left us a Zava'ah, an ethical will with specific, rather cheerful instructions. He unrolled a small, worn scroll. Our brother wrote, "Do not rend your garments in the usual way for me, nor trouble yourselves with excessive cries of sorrow. My soul has found its joy in this life, and seeks to enter the next in that same spirit, and I ask this: the small sealed traveling pouch I always carry, open it before you lay my body to rest in the earth. Let its contents be my last shared smile with the world." And so, following his unique wishes, as preparations were made for his burial in the village's ancient ground, the pouch was brought forth. Before the entire community, one of the elders carefully unsealed it, and from it burst forth not coins or jewels, but a wonderful cascade of hundreds of colorful, fragrant, dried flower petals, rose, lavender, jasmine, mixed with sweet spices like cinnamon and cloves. They showered down upon the departed elder and the surprised onlookers, filling the air with beauty and a delightful perfume. A gasp went through the crowd. Then a child giggled at the sheer, unexpected loveliness of it all. Then another, and another. Soon, looking at the fragrant, colorful shower, and at the two remaining joyful wanderers, whose faces shone with love and laughter, the entire village found themselves enveloped in a laughter that was at once tender, releasing, and deeply understanding. It was a laughter that honored a life lived fully and joyfully, and acknowledged that, even in parting, there could be a surprising sweet beauty. The two elders, their hearts both aching and full, stayed for the burial. Then, with a final encompassing look of love and shared laughter towards the villagers, they turned and continued their journey, leaving behind not a shadow of despair, but the lingering scent of spices and flowers, and the enduring echo of a most unusual yet deeply moving lesson on joy.